everyone, it's Monica and I'm back with another pregnancy video for you guys. I am 25 weeks today, so I'll be going through my 24th week experience with you guys. So, and again, as usual, I have my notes here, so don't mind me when you see me looking down here. Okay, so during the 22nd to 24 weeks, the baby is about the size of an eggplant. It weighs about 1 to 1.13 pounds. Wow, that's crazy. And then it also says on the app that it's about 11 to 12 inches long. So about that, basically like half of a baby once it's like, once you deliver, it's like half the size of that normally. Okay, sleep-wise, sleep is pretty good so far. I know I mentioned in my last video that I was having trouble with sleep, but for some reason, which is good, this 24th week has been pretty good with sleep, so I am not complaining. And skin, I would say, I can't really say. I feel like my skin's been all right. Like it's not breaking out like crazy, but here and there I still get it. Like I have like one this morning that I noticed over here, and then like just little like zits on my, like all over my forehead. They're just tiny, nothing big. But then on this side it's okay. So I guess, I don't know. I guess it's all right. I can't really say it's like super bad or anything. And then I noticed that in the evening I get like super uncomfortable now. In the evening, like when if you've ever been pregnant before, if you're pregnant, you know how in the morning you feel like your belly is like the normal size, like for your gestation anyway, and then at the end of the night it just gets bigger because obviously other than you've been eating and then you're doing like all the walking and all that, and you just feel the strain. And that's how I feel. Like usually around 5-6 I'm just, oh my god, like the walking is getting uncomfortable and I just feel so like it's almost like my stomach is gonna explode. Even though I have noticed that recently, I've noticed that my eating habits have been pretty good. Like I'm not like overeating or anything. Like I know there was a phase, I had a phase where I knew I was like clearly like eating for two. Like you're not really supposed to do that. I know like it's a saying like, oh yeah, like eat more, eat for two. Like I don't really believe that, but sometimes like that's what happens, right? When you're pregnant, you just go through that phase where you just eat and you can't feel the fullness. Like now I feel that. Like now I'm like, okay, I feel like the way I eat now is the way I would eat like pre-pregnancy. Versus I had like a first trimester and early second trimester where if I'm craving something and then I start eating and it's like, okay, I should be full now, but I don't know why I'm not feeling that fullness. So no, nothing like that. So which is good. And also over the weekend though, I was really craving donuts. There's a few places here where I live in Ottawa where they sell like fabulous like donuts. So we went and got like donuts. Like they had red velvet, they had chocolate, they have salted caramel, and yeah, it was good. But yeah, just give me 1 second. Okay, I am back. My toddler just had a question there. All right, so I was really craving that donut, and yes, it hit the spot and I'm no longer craving it. So yeah, I'm happy. So hopefully I don't crave it again, but yeah. But other than that, no strong cravings for, nothing like consistent cravings, like I keep wanting something like in particular, nothing like that. And then upcoming appointments, I am due for my, I could do it now and in like a few weeks time for my, I forget what it's called, but if you guys have been pregnant before, you guys must have done the same thing where you went to the lab and you took this super disgusting, super sweet orange juice and you had to sit there for like an hour to wait. That was like horrible because I remember with my first pregnancy, not only the juice was super ridiculously sweet, waiting there for an hour was like a torture because I'm like, okay, like I really need to pee, but I can't, like I have to wait. So that was hard. So I gotta do that, and hopefully it turns out negative. So I gotta do that in the next few weeks here. And then, oh yes, I forgot to mention. So I mentioned in my previous videos that I have been thinking a lot of VBAC. So I've been reading more and more about it now that I'm getting close to, 2 more weeks, I'll be hitting my third trimester. And so with that said, I've just been like doing like more research and reading a lot, because those are the things that I didn't really do prior to my first pregnancy when I got the epidural and all that, which I really wish I didn't bother with the epidural because the side effect on me was horrendous. Not talking for everyone else. I know some women that are very close to me that had epidural and it worked great, but it wasn't the case for me. But anyway, back to the VBAC thoughts that I've been talking about. If you guys haven't heard, VBAC, for you guys that haven't heard of it, it stands for vaginal birth after C-section. So with my first pregnancy, I had an emergency C-section. I was induced. It failed. I didn't dilate at all. And at the end of the night, after so many hours, my baby's heart rate was just going up and down. So they said, you know what, it's safe to do the C-section. So I went ahead with it. And now that I've been reading more about VBAC and stuff, like I'm not against it. Like in fact, like I wanted to try it. I wanted to. But my thoughts have changed. I had a change of heart because since we moved to Ottawa, we used to live in Calgary. Since we moved to Ottawa, we've been here now for over a year, and we don't really have family here. We don't really have like a close family member or anything like that. So I'm just thinking about with a VBAC, if I am to try a VBAC, there is a lot of unknowns. Like there is a lot of unknowns. Like I don't know when my water is going to break or what time of the day. Is it during the day, during the night? But what made me really decide on it, because I thought that if I were to try a natural birth and just let my water break naturally, so let's say I don't know, my water breaks at like nighttime. Doesn't matter which time of day, we have no one to leave our toddler to look after. And I can't really imagine taking my toddler to the delivery room, the hospital, and like watching the whole thing. And I also can't imagine myself going in by myself while Terry stays with my toddler. So it's like, I'm kind of like, well, I kind of want someone there with me. I want Terry to be with me, but I also don't want my toddler there. I kind of just want her to see the baby when she's out, it's ready, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's ready, like it's been baking, So I really want my mom to be here for at least a few weeks, a couple of weeks at least, to help me out. So I thought, you know what, like if I would just do a C-section, then I feel like I could, I have more control of what to prepare in terms of like when do I book my mom's flight to come here, right? Like because if I tried vaginal birth, and just wait till my water breaks, I don't exactly know when I would book her flight, because with my first pregnancy, I was induced because I was past my due date. I was like a week past my due date. And so this time around, I don't know. I could be past my due date again. It could be before. It could be during, like right on the date. I don't know. But I do know that with a scheduled C-section, they want to book you 7 to 10 days before your due date. So they try to avoid that time when your water breaks naturally. So, yes, I had a change of heart. I am now leaning towards a scheduled C-section. I'm actually leaning, like, I'm leaning about like almost 100%. Just because of that fact that I need someone who I can trust, that can stay with my toddler while Terry and I are at the hospital. So yeah, like bottom line for me is that, like, no epidural, I'm happy. C-section is not really like the best in terms of like recovery. I heard that vaginal birth is like faster in terms of like recovery and all that. But I guess in our case, like, I'm just being more realistic. So yeah. Anyway, so that's that. And what else, you guys? And really, that's pretty much it. And I will now show you my belly. So that's this side. I feel like my belly this time around is a bit more pointy and like just a ball. I remember with Maya, I feel like I was this thick and just like wide like that. With this one, it is a bit wide, but it's also a bit like, so yeah, that's it, guys. That is the belly. And yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button so you get a notification each time I post a new video up. My channel is about food, family, and lifestyle. If you're only interested in my pregnancy videos, all the links are in the description box down below. And that is it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching.